Let's make Finnish Pulla, cardamom bun, one of the most basic elements of Finnish cuisine. First mix 2 cups of all-purpose wheat flour with yeast, then 3/4 of sugar and 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of cardamom. Let's mix them all together first. Then let's add 2 cups of warm milk. It needs to be warmer than your hand, but not hot. I heated it little by little in microwave oven. Then we need to add 2 eggs, normal size, no need to be big ones. And this is not mandatory, but I really love raisins, so half a cup of raisins. Then of course more of the flour. We'll add total 4 cups of flour for this amount. So little by little, just keep adding the flour. Don't add all the flour yet. Then when it's starting to look like dough, then you'll need to add some butter. This is softened a little bit in the microwave. I add here half a cup, so 1 stick of butter. Then let's add the rest of the flour little by little until it gets too hard for the machine. My small new machine didn't want to go further, so I needed to add the rest of the flour by hand. Then a little taste test. Oh yes. Then let's add rest of the flour by hand, little by little, until the dough is ready. Now we get to the fun part, and we get our hands dirty. Did you know that kneading the dough actually is vaivaminen in Finnish, and that means also bothering. So it has double meaning. So you need to bother the dough so that it will rise nicely, and also the consistency will be perfect then. So continue this until you can see it coming out of the bowl a little bit, like this. It also sticks a little bit less to the hands. And it's time for the pulla to rise and shine. It takes 45 minutes to an hour to rise to double its size. And then we can continue. So phase 2. Put some flour to the table and then dough to the table. I unfortunately don't have a wooden table at the moment, but this tabletop seems to work as well. Add some flour so that it doesn't stick to the surface, and then roll it, knead it, butter it, and continue some time. It needs to be kind of firm and looking nice, and it's actually quite soft dough. I'm thinking here, what should I do? I may be doing, this is good for 3 loaves, braided loaves, or maybe 18 big ones or 24 small ones, but you can weigh them as you like, and you can make pulla that size that you want to have. I'm making some big ones as well today. But let's start with the one that needs to be braided, so the loaf. We'll of course use the 4 braid technique. And it's really the easiest one. I've seen some videos on this, and they are surprisingly difficult. So let's see how it's done, because it's not very complicated. So first you need to have these 4 strips of the dough, similar size, similar length. So let's have them 4 over there, a little bit more faster. Let's go, so that you don't have to be bothered. So let's make 4 of them. Of course you could braid it with 3 or with 5 even, but 4 makes, I think, the most classic one there is, and it's also very easy. So we are pretty much done with the strips. And let's go then. Arrange the strips like this, and you always start from the left. Over the first one, under the second one, and over the last one. I will repeat. Take always the left one, over the first one, under the second one, and over the third one. Take one from the left, so over, under, over, and over, under, over, over, under, over. Oh, under, yes. Over, over, under, over. And over, under, over, over, under, over. It actually has been quite many years since I did this last time. So this became a little bit slim. It could be a little bit thicker. And under the towel it goes. Because pulla needs to be warm. It doesn't rise very well. Because this needs a second time rise. And it doesn't rise well if it's too cold. So let's make small ones then. Actually, I'm thinking here what is the correct size to make. These are quite small ones there. There are many techniques how to make it. I don't like that the raisins are visible because they might burn in the oven. There is also the other technique like this. It also makes a very nice shape to the pulla. I made some of them significantly bigger because I'm planning to do some laskiaispulla, shrove-tied buns as well. And then also butter eye buns. So this is how they look like. Now let's make the filling for the butter eye buns. I'll take here about 40 grams of sugar. I just make a few ones, so 3 tablespoons of sugar. And then we'll add 1 teaspoon, a little bit less than a teaspoon of vanilla sugar. And just mix them and put it to the fridge to wait and to cool it down. And this is important. If you want your pulla to be nice and brown and golden, you'll need something to brush it with. So trusty easy recipe is 2 egg yolks. The white you can use later for next day breakfast, and add some water to the yolks and a little bit of sugar and mix it up. Some 15 minutes later, pulla is ready to go to the oven. So we'll brush it with the yolks and add the sugar on top. It's important to put, especially with the pulla braids, it's important to brush it well to every spot so that it doesn't look bad when coming out. So then let's add also sugar. This is pearl sugar that is used always in Finland on top of pulla. You can of course use, for example, almonds there, crushed almonds, or just regular sugar. And if you like sugar, you are going to love this butter sugar mix that I'm doing, the butter eye buns here. So the idea is that you put a hole there, you brush it, and you add the mixture in the center, like this. Fill it up nicely. It will look great after the oven. Oven needs to be hot, about 390, and you need to watch it carefully, looking good. So after 10 to 20 minutes, depends on the pulla what you're having, it's ready to eat. Doesn't this look good or what? I love it. If you also liked it, please share